Hi, I'm DebDedrick, certified high performance coach and your expert guide to leading a happy life. Here with episode 126, how to rise up and above your limiting beliefs and beliefs equal behavior. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this tip serves you. I know it's served me by kind of coming back around and revisiting how important clarity in your life is. And once you have clarity, making sure that you live in alignment. So, st- starting off with identifying in your mind and in your life the limiting behavior. What what are you doing or not doing that is keeping you held hostage, that is keeping you stuck? It's called a limiting behavior. And get quiet and really, when I say get quiet, I mean really get quiet and slow down and think about, okay, why am I staying stuck here in this behavior? What underlying thought am I having that's keeping me held hostage here? And is it true? And do I really need to stay stuck in this behavior? So, first, you have to get clarity on what it is. You can't just expect it to go away if you aren't identifying what it is and really thinking it through and going a little bit deeper and seeing what type of, sorry about that, meaning you're attaching to that. So, for me, a limiting belief might be I cannot do cold calling. And the reason I bring that up is that has been one of my biggest limiting beliefs or limiting behaviors is not stepping right into it with courage and just getting used to doing something new. It's a limiting belief, and when you have a limiting belief and you don't get rid of it, it can keep you stuck for a long time. And so for me, I went back into my notes and I see that this has been an ongoing problem for me. And most of it is because I don't do it enough. It's the whole thing, the competence confidence loop. If I really started doing it every day, I would get over that hump and over that hurdle. But the problem is, as long as I procrastinate and allow it to keep me held hostage, I stay stuck in the same level of activity, the same level of sales, the same level of the business, and it keeps me there only for the fact that I haven't taken the time to identify what it is, think through why I'm doing it, which for me it's just competence equals confidence. It's because I'm not doing it enough. And then write it down and say, okay, I'm going to step right into this with courage and I'm going to make sure I push through it and come out on the other side. And for me, for you, I would say, okay, identify, get clear on what's bothering you. Number two, address the limiting belief or behavior that's holding you held hostage. And then three, pick the one. For me, I just picked the one. I showed you, I used that example of my reluctance to pick up the phone. Yes, pick up the phone and call. Don't resort to email or texting. For me, it's picking up the phone and developing a new skill set that I am not comfortable with, and that could be anything for you. Pick the one that's having the biggest impact on your life, your relationships, or your business, and then from there, identify maybe some limiting beliefs that you might be having. I don't deserve, I can't, I won't, I'll do this later. And or maybe all these distractions are coming in front of me and getting me stuck. Whatever it is, focus in on it and then get rid of it. For me, I went back in and I listened to some sales training that I've been doing to build my confidence. And then I revisited where I had been stuck. And from there, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start picking up the phone. I'm going to put it on my calendar and I'm going to make it a priority. And number four, let's tell ourselves, okay, is this true? Is it true that I don't have the ability to pick up my phone when indeed I live on my phone, right? So that is not the truth. Identifying the untruths, the limiting thoughts, the things that aren't true, questioning whether what reality is, questioning whether what you've been told in the past about, for me, picking up the phone and cold calling and advertising, and questioning whether all those things are true or not, and really getting to the point, getting to the facts are, if I have the courage to pick up my phone and start calling and becoming familiar and putting myself out there and building relationships, I will move forward and I will have the confidence and the competence to quickly grow and scale my business. Just like for you, that would be the same thing. So that was my example. What example can you apply to your life to improve your life, to transition your life? That was an example. So going back over the framework on how to rise up and above your limiting beliefs. Number one, get clarity on what it is. What is the problem that's keeping you stuck? Get clear on it. Get quiet. Get still. Define what it is that's really bothering you. Is there something in there that might date back to when you were a child that needs to be push delete and get it out of your way? Number two, address the limiting belief. Is it an imposter syndrome? That is huge out in the world. If you have the courage and the ability to address this and move above and beyond it, you're going to go right to the top in the ranks of how to get things done. So writing them down, your limiting beliefs, looking at it, sometimes when you look at it and you see it in black and white, that helps you to realize that it's just not a truth. Number three, pick the one that's creating the biggest impact in your life and holding you back the most. And write that down too. I find if you write it down and you revisit it, it's easier to remember it, make it a priority, and move through it. And number four, ask yourself, is this belief true? Is this behavior that I'm staying stuck in necessary? Do I have the courage and do I have the ability? Do I need to develop a new skill to move forward and move through it so I can get out on the other side? And number five, tell yourself it's not true. If it's keeping you stuck and it's keeping you held hostage and you're not having the ability to go out and create the impact in your world and transition your life or business, then by golly, it needs to be a priority for you. You need to make it a precedent. You need to take these steps. You need to move forward through it so you can get the confidence and the competence and live in congruence with the life that you really, really want to have. So thank you so much for joining me today on tip number 26, how to rise up and above. I hope I gave you some ideas and used a good example for you on how I'm doing it. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to quit talking about it. I'm going to quit reading about it. I'm going to quit looking at everybody else and trying to see what they're doing. And I'm going to just do what I have to do. And one more thing, the thing that's going to make it easier for me is I'm going to script it out. I'm going to make sure I have a script to follow, just like a Hollywood actor or actress would have. I'm not going to go into a situation unprepared. I'm going to prepare for it. I'm going to script it. I'm going to rehearse it. I'm going to practice it. So then when it comes up and I'm involved in it, I have the confidence to move through it seamlessly and appear to be confident even though I might not be. So thank you so much for today, for joining me. If this tip helped you in any way, please share it with your friends. Go visit me, please, over on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook fan page. And until our next tip, go out in the world and be a positive role model and influencer for good. It's my mission to give you the tools and the ideas, and most necessary, the steps, the tools, the how-tos, the frameworks that you can take and quickly apply in your day-to-day life so you can create the transition and you can have the happy life that you so deserve. So you have a great day. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you on my next tip.